Welcome to Grilling to Get Away, the podcast for backyard grillers who want to escape the everyday and fire up the flavor. Whether you're a seasoned pitmaster or just learning your way around the grill, we're here to share tips, tricks, and recipes that will make your next BBQ unforgettable. We'll talk meats, marinades, and even some mouth-watering sides. Plus, we'll answer your grilling questions and dive into everything you need to turn your backyard into the ultimate grill zone. So grab your tongs, fire up that grill, and let's get started. This is Grilling to Get Away, your go-to podcast for all things barbecue. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Greg, your co-host to the Grilling to Get Away podcast. I'm here with my buddy.
What's happening, everyone? This is Ben.
Ben, long time no see.
Yeah,
it's been maybe, 12 hours since we last saw each other, just about?
Just about.
We were just
12 hours too long.
Oh, okay, there you go. Best friends.
Why do I gotta say
Best friends. Oh, no, we were just at the Wisconsin Fishing Expo all weekend long, man. And we grateful for the people that came out to talk to us and chat with us and, pick up some products and stuff. Had a few people that just came out to see us.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, want to give a big shout out to Michelle.
Michelle, yeah.
Thank you to her and her husband who came out and stopped by. And, man, a lot of people.
Yeah.
It was,
Yep.
A lot of first-time people as well. But, we had a lot of cool conversations, I'd say.
Yeah, it's always a great time. This is our second year out there in Madison. And, each year just like more people get introduced to Burn Pit Nation. And they keep coming back for more. So I guess that's a good thing.
Welcome to it.
Welcome, yeah. So, thank you, Michelle. I know she's out there on TikTok as well. Commenting on some of our stuff. I saw that this morning, so appreciate that.
I don't have the TikTok.
Yeah, I know you don't. So somebody's got to run this place.
Yeah, good. I'll leave that up to you. Then. Crushing it, man. You're crushing it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. So, but yeah, man. I'm trying to think back at some of the conversations we had. People are starting to get out there a little bit more. Even though it was negative, 17, 20 the past couple of weeks, people were getting out and doing it.
Yeah, they made sure to tell us that too. I thought that was funny. I feel like at this show too, man. What I really noticed was we got asked a lot of what do you use?
Right.
As far as kind of your grill, your smoker, what do you guys have? What kind of setup do you have?
Yeah.
And I feel like we've been asked.
Yeah, we don't really get asked that
much.
Yeah.
People are always I've got this, and this and stuff. I'm like, heck
right.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. But this was just kind of different. I would say. We don't always get asked. We got asked quite a bit this weekend. Hey, what do you guys have?
Yeah, I think it goes back to establishing relationships. Now, we're out there quite a bit. We're going on 5 years, and it's not just about the products and things like that. It's about establishing relationships. Some of these have turned into friendships. Of people that have come out and support us in the past, and we stay in contact. And some people come out to our barbecue competition to support us in that way as well.
Yeah, we had a lot of people say that too. Oh man, I got to sign up for email so I know when that is and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Maple whiskey. We got a couple people asking for the maple whiskey sauce.
Yeah.
We do that one time a year. So make sure you go over to burnpitbbq.com and subscribe to our newsletter so you know when it's coming out, because we only do
300. We're capping it at 300.
Are we going to do 300? We're going to do a little bit more? Each year, we go a little bit higher.
We go a little bit more.
Yeah. But we cap it. We capped the amount. This is one we still do in-house. The other stuff we kind of outsource. But this is the one that is near and dear to our heart, so we keep it in-house with the making of it. So it's special. It's a special batch. And we give a portion of what we make there back to veteran organizations here. But any conversations stand out to you about what people are cooking that you remember?
Yeah,
I remember one yesterday morning, but I'm curious of what you have.
Okay, yeah, man. So one guy talked to us, and I thought this was super cool, and it's something that I've never done. But he used horseradish on his beef for a binder.
Binder, yeah.
That sounds awesome.
He asked us if we had a horseradish sauce or something, or rum.
Yeah. Or anything like horseradish. Anything. And then
it's got a little bit of a bite to it, huh?
Yeah. Sounds delicious. I could see that obviously pairing really well with beef and stuff.
Right.
It made me kind of think too. I really just kind of stick to a hot sauce most of the time for a binder. Even then, sometimes I don't even use a binder on beef. What besides the hot sauce, Greg? I wanted to ask you this too.
For beef?
Yeah. What else? What else do you use as a binder? Like
I've been seeing olive oil a little bit.
Sure.
People using that, and again, it's more of the just the ability for whatever you're sprinkling on to adhere to it, to stick to it. I don't know if you get much flavor from it. Same with like the mustard. I've seen people use mustard binders on beef as well. I know it's big on pork.
Have you ever done that?
I haven't.
Yeah,
no.
I've only used it on pork. I've never.
I think if you are using a good quality rub, you got a good quality cut of meat. I don't know if you need anything else. So that's kind of my take. That's where I'm at right now. Let the meat speak for itself. Use the whatever seasoning rub you got as maybe a little enhancer to it, but you don't need much. But again, I don't know if it takes away from it either that much.
Yeah. So it just kind of got me thinking, like what other binders do we really use for beef, right? Like, so
mayonnaise.
I've never used that.
We've heard that a little bit. Using mayonnaise as a binder, but a lot on pork though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no, man, that was one conversation that really stood out to me over the weekend and stuff. I remember the conversation that we had with the one guy about the fish. Mm-hmm. That was cool. Like
the walleye, like the eggs in walleye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did he say? Like he wants his fish still like
quivering. Yeah.
when he's putting it in the pan, he says he still wants his fish quivering.
Yeah. So he was a purist. It's got to be, kind of almost straight from the lake to the stove.
Right. Yeah. And he was saying too, like if the water's warmer than 60 degrees, he doesn't keep it.
Yeah.
He wants the
cold ones.
Said it tastes better. So
they taste better.
I've never tried it, man.
I mean, he said walleye's like he doesn't freeze it. He doesn't believe in freezing walleye,
no,
so he's like it's a fresh catch and you got to cook it kind of right away.
Straight to it.
Yeah.
And his wife was kind of telling us like she does a lot in like the cast iron with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's the one who mentioned like walleye and eggs. It's like wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a hearty breakfast.
Yeah. I've never had walleyes and eggs.
Have you ever done any kind of fish and eggs?
Maybe sardines. I don't. But
sardines.
Maybe some sardines or anchovies or something like that.
With eggs?
Yeah, just pop open a can and there you go.
God, you're an animal. What's wrong?
Yeah, but not often, man. It's not like a delicacy or anything.
No, man. Like I've never really thought of like doing like fish and eggs together like that. And that like I was like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like fresh caught walleye.
Yeah,
sounds delicious.
It does sound delicious.
Let's see, man. Another one we had too that I remember was kind of a dad and his son, and the dad talked about using Ritz crackers.
Okay.
For like the breading. Ritz crackers or cornflakes. He said, I think he uses both.
Right.
But not like together, but he'll either use kind of one or the other. And the son was like, nah, I like the Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
The Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Yeah, I've seen that a little bit where you crush them up and then you use them as a breading.
I've seen that on like more like chicken or like
really
wings.
like a wings. Yeah,
rather than
maybe
like,
deep
like
fry
fish.
It then.
Yeah, like
I guess you could do it on fish too if you're doing like a breaded fish, fish fry or whatever.
Yeah.
Here's some Flamin' Hot.
There you go, dude.
Yeah. Take that to the supper club and see what happens. You get kicked out.
Hey, can you put this on there?
Yeah.
Can you use this?
You get escorted out politely.
I don't know. Maybe not politely. Get the hell out of here.
Go on and get. No on your kind around here. Flamin' Hot Cheetos, yeah. It's all the rage. Yeah, crush them up, throw them on. Yeah, roll it as a breading. I guess I could see it. Yeah, you could do it. Hey.
Is that something you'd try?
No. We heard some. You were telling me like over the summer we saw somebody use Fruity Pebbles like as a topper for like a elote.
Wasn't it street corn?
Yeah, street corn elote. Like
it was like on the cob.
On the cob,
it was like dipped in like
So it was like smoked or grilled corn on the cob, and then obviously butter, mayo, whatever.
I think it was like almost honestly. I think it was like that fluff. Like
really?
They put fluff on it and then coated it in like the
you mean like
Pebbles.
So fluff like marshmallow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like a stomach ache, man.
Geez.
Hey. Yeah. Teach their own and stuff.
Because we saw some people eating them.
Hell yeah, we did. They were crushing it. Like I remember
fluff good, corn good, Fruity Pebbles good.
Oh man,
jeez.
Yeah.
Man, those were some of the conversations that stood out to me as well. But But yeah, man, good conversations. We appreciate people coming out. The next one, the next big one we're doing is kind of the Milwaukee Sports Show. We'll be there. I know we'll probably see a lot of the same people, but if you're in the area of Milwaukee, southeastern Wisconsin, if you're coming to the sports show at the Wisconsin State Fair, come by and see us. We got a booth there by the grilling, the outdoor grilling stage, and would love to chat with you. Mm-hmm. But this week, man, at least on the agenda that I printed out as a quarterly podcast, because we're trying to plan ahead. It was grilling fails and how to overcome them.
No, it was we missed last week.
Oh, we missed last week because we were guests on the outdoor.
Yeah.
What was that show? Own the Season podcast. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what week did we miss? What was on the?
It was like Mythbusters.
Mythbusters. Yeah, and I saw you brought your book.
I did.
Meathead.
Yeah. So I'm not prepared for the other one.
Okay, okay.
Because I was like, all right, well, we skipped last week, so we'll
okay, all right. So now we're getting on the same page here. Okay, so this week we're talking about.
You think we'd run the business guide? We just spent all weekend here.
We should have talked about what we're going to talk about on the podcast, right? Hey, but that's the way things go sometimes. You adapt and overcome, right?
Welcome to Burn Pit Nation.
Yeah. There you go. So big barbecue myths that we're trying to bust here.
Oh, man.
And you got your book here, so
I did, yeah.
I'm interested to hear why you brought the book.
All right, so this book it's called Meathead by Meathead Goldwyn.
I wonder if that's his given name at birth or if that's just
I'd say his given name.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Probably on his
solid.
Certificate. Yeah. He looks like a guy who'd be named Meathead. So
I don't no disrespect, Mr. Meathead.
No, man. I think it fits.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's the science of great barbecue and grilling.
I like that.
All right. So it's with Greg Blonder, who's got a PhD.
Ooh, and what?
Doesn't matter.
I'd like to know what he's a doctorate.
Yeah.
Is it in meat sciences? Is it flavor? Or
Let's see if he's got a bio in here.
Okay.
Anyway. Let's see.
Credentials matter, I guess. I don't know. If you put PhD out there.
Let's see. What was his name? Greg.
That's okay. We'll get to it.
I mean, in here it says, to Lou, my wife of 41 years, a PhD microbiologist and food safety expert.
Oh, okay. There you go.
This is, I'd say that credentializes
sure.
At least his wife a little bit.
Right.
So
there you go.
All right, man. So I found I kind of tabbed a few pages in here, but again, this is a book that my wife and kids got me for Christmas.
Man,
let me tell you,
you love those books that you get, right?
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's great. There's so much, and even in here too, he starts off by kind of welcoming readers, kind of going over what the book's about and stuff. And then he has stay in touch. So
stay in touch, so
he's got his Twitter handle, his Facebook.
Okay.
So you can reach out at any time. And
have you done it yet?
No.
Have you reached out to him?
I haven't.
Okay.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
See if he wants to come on the podcast.
Sure. Yeah. On the cover of the book, you get a 90-day free membership in the AmazingRibs.com Pitmaster Club. And it says on here, it expires 12/31/2021.
Okay, so you're a little late.
Well, I haven't tried. I'm saving my free 90-day membership when I can fully dive in.
Okay.
So, but I'm definitely going to try.
Nice.
So, but yeah, he has in here, hey, if you have questions, email me.
Yeah. We try and do the same.
I think that's the cool thing too. He's this is the great thing about barbecue and stuff, right? It's hey, this is these are the facts that we've found and stuff, and we've tested. If you disagree or you have any kind of evidence showing otherwise, please send them our way.
Oh, so it's more that way,
I guess. Or if you have questions about stuff or something you'd want us to test out, it's pretty open, man.
Right.
It's not just a hey, this is why because I say so. Kind of
right.
Thing,
okay. Yeah. That's interesting too, because that just reminds me of a conversation I had. I don't know if you were there or not over the weekend, but somebody was telling me about there was one of his friends has a recipe that's really good, and he won't share it. He won't share his recipe with anybody, and it's his friend asked me, "You're going to take that to the grave with you, aren't you?" And he's like, "Yep." That I don't get. We're pretty open. We're kind of an open book. We're experimenting. We're trying new things. If we like something, we'll share the recipe out there. But that there are people out there like that are no, nobody can have this recipe. I'm the only one that can have this recipe. It's my recipe.
But what good does that do?
I don't know. It just dies with you then.
Yeah.
You know?
You create this recipe and then you put it somewhere out there and it lives on forever, right?
Right. Yeah.
Becomes immortal.
Yeah. Is that why you do it? Immortality.
Yeah, embark.
Yeah. I got it. I go, I see where it's coming from.
So I say all these recipes I'm doing, man.
Yeah, okay.
Keep throwing them out there. Just, you know what? I'm going to live on somewhere.
You are, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, what you got here? What you got with Meathead's book?
So the first chapter here kind of talks about like heat and stuff and like kind of how it moves through and it talks like carryover cooking, man. So like when you like kind of plan on like a 5 to 10 degree
carryover.
So we're talking myth busting, and a lot of the times in the recipes you see let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes or whatever,
and it'll still continue
to cook after you take it off the grill, the stove, or the oven, whatever you're cooking.
Yeah, so he's saying like there's no easy like rule of thumb for like calculating carryover. The thickness of the meat is a major factor in determining how much its temperature will rise in the carryover phase. Thick cuts may hold more energy than thin cuts. High cooking temperatures pump more energy into the outer layer of the meat than the low temperature does. So cooking over high heat produces more carryover.
Oh, you think so? Just because of the energy transfer? Is that what they're saying? So the higher the heat, the more energy gets transferred into the meat or whatever you're cooking. So then more of that energy is going to stay in there once you take it off, as opposed to like a low and slow cook where it's maybe a little bit lower temperature, that there's not going to be as much energy transfer after you take it off that. Is that what I'm...
Yeah, it's kind of, and then he gets into it a little bit more like...
So there's not so there's not a hard and like 5 to 10 minutes. Like it doesn't translate to the type of cut of meat or how big it is, and then the type of style of cook.
Right.
Okay.
Gotcha. Right. And it's kind of based on like, each size is going to be a little bit different. Each cut's going to be a little bit different. It's not like a standard 5 to 10 degrees. So it's all kind of based on like how you're cooking it.
Yeah.
If you're doing like the hot and fast, obviously then it's going to be a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like how big the cut is.
So, and it's cool too, dude. Like, look at this. Like, he's got like pictures and stuff in here to show you. Like, here's like carryover, like in the oven, and like how it rests. So, like at the outer temp's 212 degrees, like internal temp's 130, and then like 10-minute rest, the internal temp jumps to like 140, and the outer temp goes to like 190, and then at 20 minutes, it's like
150 on the outside and 150 on the inside.
Now, do you know, we talked to some folks about sous vide over the weekend.
Oh, man, yeah.
Do you think that has an impact of why? Because of the heat transfer then?
I would imagine.
It's more...
Makes sense, right?
It's really low, and then you get an even cook all around, and then you sear it off at the end. But, yeah, go on.
Yeah, so like, but then like, so you go from like kind of
like that carryover temp to saying like, then meat needs to rest after cooking. And he says like, that's not true either.
Now, what's the typical myth of why meat should rest? One is we already talked about, like, because it continues to cook a little bit after you take it off. And then the second, at least from my perspective, without you telling me anything right now, like, I think meat needs to rest because it needs to absorb some of that additional moisture that maybe it releases when it's contracted, right? So then it loosens back up, and then you absorb some of those juices back into the meat. So it's a little bit juicier. That's my initial impression of why we let meat rest. So what does he say here?
Yeah, so it's like people who preach the importance of letting the meat rest say that if you cut into the meat when it is fresh off the heat, the juices pour out of the muscle fibers, which they think are the skinny water balloons. So if you let meat rest and cool, they stay. The pressure drops, the fibers relax, and fewer juices escape.
Okay,
so
that's kind of what I just that was my take on it. So it sounds like that's kind of where he's getting at.
Yeah, I mean we don't call it the water balloons in there, but.
Yeah, so I mean it is essentially the water being released from inside the.
Yeah, so here's what they did, man. So to test this theory, right? Like they took a 13.5 ounce ribeye steaks and cooked it to 125. He cut into one strip immediately, tested the other for 30 minutes, and then cut into those strips.
Okay.
All right, so like cut one
right away, right off the grill or whatever.
Let another one rest for 30 minutes. Collected the juice from the steaks and measured them. The steak that had not rested expelled about 6 teaspoons. The steak that had rested gave up 5 teaspoons. Not much of a difference. Also, the meat temperature on the rested steak rose to 145 from carryover cooking, well past medium rare to medium well. Wow. Naturally, the careful scientists repeated the experiment several times. Keep in mind, when we eat steak, most of us cut into one piece at a time. We don't slice it into strips.
That's right.
Yep. And that juice isn't lost. We mop up with the steak on our fork.
Interesting. So not much difference.
Right. He does it.
The actual then doneness of the steak that rested was
a lot higher.
Mm-hmm. So from going from medium rare right away to now going medium well.
You're going from 130 up to 145
after a half hour.
No, 125 up to 145
after a half hour.
That's what it says.
He let it rest for a half hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, there's that side.
Do you let it rest that long though?
No.
Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10.
Yeah.
Depends, I guess, if cooking for other people and they got other stuff going on too.
Mm-hmm.
But like for steak and stuff, right?
So then here he does a pork loin roast. So he cooked 2 large 33-ounce roast, removing them when the internal temperature had reached 140 degrees. He let one of them sit for 3 minutes, then cut it into slices, collecting the juices released by the meat. He then rested the other for 20 minutes before slicing, waiting 5 minutes, and collected the juices and then weighed them. The unrested meat released 3 ounces of juice compared to 2 ounces from the rested meat. The difference of only 1 ounce. So like, I mean, you're not. Basically, you just lost an ounce. Said Professor Blonder poured the 3 ounces of liquid from the unrested pork on top of the sliced meat. The meat drank it up, about 1 ounce of juice precisely. The difference between the rested and unrested meat. Rested meat has other disadvantages, making the crust or skin soft and wet, making the fat waxy and causing overcooking. I say serve meat hot. It will rest while you eat.
Oh, I get it, yeah. So bring it out, you let it rest. You serve it kind of right away.
Yeah.
And then because maybe you're eating other stuff too, right? So you're eating mashed potatoes.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Some corn on the side, some baked beans maybe, who knows? So you're not eating the steak all right away. So I guess that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to, you don't need to let it rest because as you serve it, it's going to rest naturally because people aren't going to eat it all right away.
And then like he says too, those basically just kind of took 2 different cuts, right? So we started with the steak, then we tried it with the pork.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of in both instances, you had from the steak that didn't rest, you had 6 teaspoons of liquid that was expelled, and then the one that had rested was 5.
But then, like he said,
I mean, he let the pork rest for 20 minutes, but he doesn't really get into the heat behind that one. So
interesting.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we talk more about letting kind of beef rest. You talk about briskets. Letting it rest for hours.
Yeah.
Steaks, you let it rest. I guess pork. Maybe a little bit you're doing shredded pork. Maybe if you're doing ribs or something like that. But we don't really hear too much about the importance of it with some of those other cuts.
Yeah. So and he says the disadvantage making the crust or the skin soft and wet,
which we talk to a lot of people, and crust is important to them.
Right. Yeah. A nice char, nice crust, crunch.
I guess it kind of depends, almost what you're wrapping it in. I mean, either way, if you're letting it rest and whatever, moisture is going to build up.
Yeah. You'd think then, because I saw, who was it? How to Barbecue Right, Malcolm Reed. He was doing I was watching one of his videos about his ribs, not competition with ribs or anything like that, but how he was doing a new recipe on ribs. And so it was he smoked them, he wrapped them, then he smoked them some more after he unwrapped them. So it was when you wrap them, it's the moisture inside's gonna get rid of kind of the crust or a little bit of it. It's gonna be more tender, obviously, but you're not getting a nice little crunch to it at all. So that's why he kind of puts it right back on it. And I guess if you want to char it up a little bit, put it right over the coals or smoke it for a little bit longer. You put a little bit more seasoning on there as well at the end. Loaded it up quite a bit, but
is that what he did?
Oh yeah, he used a bunch. It was a hot honey one too. Ooh. So yeah, look good. I mean, he used a whole stick of butter in one thing. Man. Yeah,
delicious.
Yeah. So butter, hot honey, rub.
Knows how to get it to the
yeah. So yeah, man, it was a good recipe. But yeah, I can see if you do something like that, where you wrap it or whatever, then you want to make sure if you want a nice little char on it, you put it, let it go on over the coals or back on the heat, unwrapped for a little while.
All right, man.
So what's another one? What's another big one that you thought you saw there?
There were a couple. Like the more smoke you see, the better. Obviously, no, that's not always the case.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of smoke are you looking for when you are?
Yeah, he talks about that in here too, and like he shows like kind of doing. He talks about like that blue smoke.
The blue smoke, yeah.
Let me see. Yeah.
That's okay. I just because like a lot of times it's like, okay, we want to make sure like, because if you get a little bit of that heavy smoke where it's just like white billowy, you can have a bitter taste. So you want to make sure that some of that clears out of there before you start putting meat or food on there. So that's when we're talking about that blue smoke. You want a nice kind of almost clear smoke before you start putting food out there. Yeah,
he talks about too, like after an hour or two of meat stop taking on smoke.
Okay, yeah.
So he kind of dives into that too.
So that's a myth there that you don't have to add much more smoke after the first hour.
Well, it kind of depends. Like, so he says like meat does not have windows that shut as it cooks.
Which makes sense.
So if the surface of the meat is cold or wet, more of the smoke sticks. Usually late in the cooking, the surface gets pretty dry, and when the coals are not producing a lot of smoke, we're fooled into thinking the meat is somehow saturated with smoke. Throw on a log for smoke, and baste or spritz the meat, and the meat will start taking on smoking. And just don't overbaste or aggressively spray, because in seconds you can wash off the smoke that took hours to build up.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I know, like, I'll be honest, man, I know I've done that in the past, and that's where you get like that, where like, might throw like more chips in or whatever, and like I just spray the hell out of it, right?
Yeah.
And then that's where it takes on like that weird flavor.
Like, really?
That's what I've noticed. Like,
okay,
if I spritz it like way too much and stuff, and it like that moisture and stuff grabs like that smoke and stuff, and it's not always like the great smoke like right away, right? Because it takes a minute to kind of get back up and stuff.
Yeah. Interesting.
And that's where it gives it like. Remember, I've told you. Like,
you've been telling me you've been having a little like issue with some of the cooks you've had. Yeah. Do you think that you've pinpointed
just like
the reason?
Sour taste.
Yeah.
Just what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Like, why is this doing this? And but it makes sense, like, because if you're over spritzing it, you're putting in new coals or putting in like one more like a lump or some chips or whatever.
Yeah.
You spritz it like crazy, throw those in, and then put the lid on. Smoke has nowhere to go, first of all, right?
Yeah.
And then it's just going to absorb to like and cling on to like that liquid in the water. And it's just not.
Yeah, and it's a great point. Like, I don't do a lot of spritzing at all, so like, I mean, maybe that's why I've never really noticed it much. So
when I would spritz too, like,
yeah, you spritz it heavy,
spritz like crazy. Like, get in there,
yeah, and then you throw some chips on there, and you get some of that heavy smoke right away. So okay, that's a good point. That's a good tip. All right, let's do one more. One more you got?
One more. Let's see. Like this one too. We kind of talked about this in the past. Like, it's important to match the wood to the meats.
And we do have a wood pairing guide out there, burnpitbbq.com. You can go out there and check it out. You get a free wood pairing guide, so you know what woods pair with what meat. We put that together for you. It's free out there.
Oh, man. Let's see.
What's that salt one you got there?
This one right here. Well, this is for like searing meat, steals the juices in. This one here is let the meat come to room temperature before cooking.
Let's do that one, man.
All right.
Because I got some ribeyes that I'm going to be cooking up today.
Okay.
And the recipe calls for letting them get to room temperature.
Okay.
So I'm interested to hear that.
All right. So
real life example of what we're doing.
Yeah, today. And it says right here, like a lot of recipes, especially those for big roasts, direct you to take the meat out of the fridge an hour or two ahead of time and let the meat come to room temperature before cooking. Here's the theory. Say you want a steak to be served medium rare, about 130. If your fridge is 38 degrees Fahrenheit, then the meat must climb 92 degrees. But if the meat is at room temperature 72, then it only needs to climb 58 degrees.
Yeah.
It will cook faster, and there will be less overcooked meat just below the surface. But, here you go, man. A 1.5 inch thick steak takes more than 2 hours for the center to come to room temperature. A 4.5 pound pork roast, 3.5 inches thick, takes 10 hours. So take your meat straight from the fridge to the cooker. It is safe. It will warm much faster in the cooker than on the kitchen counter. And remember, cool meat attracts more smoke.
So it's basically saying that you don't necessarily need to let it rest or need to bring it to room temperature first, because the center of it's going to take longer to get to room temperature anyway. So if you're taking out a steak or, or what did it say, like an inch and a half ribeye?
Yeah.
It's going to take longer for that center to get up to, room temperature anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it kind of seems to me, man, like if you're going to do it and you want to cook it at room temp, like it doesn't say like, to me, it's not saying like, obviously you don't do that.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do it, commit to it and like do it
Interesting.
Well in advance.
So I've got 2 ribeyes. I might test that theory. I might do one where I, season it and leave it out like a half hour before because they're about an inch thick, inch and a half. Yeah. Maybe an inch and a half. And then I'll put one in the fridge and just like let it do that and then take that one out and put it out and then kind of cook them the same way and see what happens, Interesting, man. Interesting. That's good. Good tips because I'm going to be applying that today.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that you can do. I know steaks is obviously a lot big as we get kind of warmer here. A lot of people are going to be getting out grilling steaks, so that's going to be a good tip for people to know and understand. Just at least from according to Meathead and the science that he's put back into like this book, that it's better just to take it right from the fridge and put it into the smoker or the grill.
And when you think about it, man, like it makes sense, right? Like when you're putting it out there, at least then it's all
one temperature.
It's all one temperature.
Right.
Versus now you're cooking it and it's like your outsides versus like your insides.
Right,
so it's going to cook a lot faster compared to, and that's just going to cause like that uneven cooking.
Absolutely. Yeah. Again, another reason I guess now I'm thinking about like the sous vide is like it sits in that where it's all for a long time. Yeah. So it's all even temperature. So when you cook it and sear it off, like only the outside is going to be the ones cooking, right?
Yeah.
So
because you're going hot and fast anyway, right? So
interesting.
It's like,
you
get your inside to that internal temp you're looking for, and then the outside you're just kind of putting that crust on.
That's right. All right, man. Well, that's good. That's like three good big ones, I think, that people can take away and maybe learn something from. We'll put the link to the book out there. So if you're just interested more about the science behind some of this stuff, we'll put it in the link, the comments here. So you can go look at that and pick it up if you want. But awesome, man. Meathead. Looks like a great book. You got a lot of tabs in there. So I know you've been doing your research.
I've been reading and learning.
Yeah,
right?
we always get better. Yeah, we don't know everything, so we got to learn as well.
And like just some of that stuff, right? Like just kind of not letting it rest versus letting it rest.
Interesting.
Like kind of pairing your wood. And it's like kind of the flavor profiles are like, because I've always like been like, there's times where, I probably if I would have thought you got to let it get to room temperature first. Like, no, you don't.
Yeah. That's a lot of stuff that's out there because in every single recipe it almost says that,
I've seen this one recipe, Greg, where this guy took out like just a frozen rack of ribs and started cooking it straight.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot too, like from the freezer to the smoker or whatever like that.
I don't know about that, man. I don't think I'm gonna jump to that, but
I'd be interested maybe next time we talk if we do this kind of thing again to see if he's got anything in there about that.
I'll see,
because I know like a lot of those freezer beef patties is what they do, right? They just take it from the freezer, like the package is like 12 of frozen beef patties, and you just throw those pucks on the grill, and I guess but never done that though. Maybe it's something worth testing out. All right, man. Well, I got the ribeyes coming up. I'll also be doing some mac and cheese this week. Anything you got planned?
Let's see. What's this week going?
No, man. I don't have anything planned. The kids are asking for drumsticks again.
Okay.
I found there was some pork, like country style ribs.
Yeah.
On sale. So I grabbed those too.
Those are nice and meaty usually.
Yeah, heck yeah. And I talked to him about doing like burnt ends or something like that real quick one day. So I don't know. We've got some meat down in the freezer and stuff. Definitely some stuff to play with. So I'll be honest, man. Ever since that guy told me about using horseradish as a bite,
it's been on your mind.
Yeah, it's been on my mind.
Did you use that some of those ribs, those pork ribs, those country style ribs?
You could, yeah. But I've been thinking about
that. You can't sleep at night. I think about horseradish.
Beef sandwiches, like doing and I love horseradish on like a good sandwich and stuff, and like
absolutely
pairs. Oh man, just like that little bite and stuff like man.
Clean out your sinuses.
Yeah, heck yeah. Now we're talking.
Wake you up.
Yeah. Put some in your coffee.
Yeah. Oh, don't tempt me.
I know. So, I don't know, man. Might try something like that. We'll see. Nice, we'll see. It's got a solid week ahead of us, man.
Yeah. It's going to be nice, man. We're finally not going to be holding on to our hats and bundling up to get out there. At least, it looks like it's going to be in the 40s at least. So that should be good for us. Well, let's pick a winner, man. So every week we're giving away one of our products to somebody who subscribes to our newsletter at burnpitbbq.com. So what are we giving away this month?
Yes, this month we were doing Fire in the Hole.
Fire in the Hole, spicy
all-purpose seasoning, man.
All right, so let's see here. I'm going to pick someone from our subscriber list.
We sold a lot of that at the
Fire in the Hole, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of spicy, like people liking the spicy stuff.
Right. That's good. Okay, let's see.
So again, in order to win, you have to be subscribed.
Mm-hmm.
Continue to stay subscribed, and we don't spam you like we've said in the past. We like to send out the weekly emails and stuff, and we let people know any kind of recipes, tips, tricks, stuff that we've got going on, stuff that we're trying, stuff that we've heard about, we also share like any new products coming out, or if we bring anything back. We have had a lot of people talking about hot sauces, so there's always a chance we'll bring that back, and if we do, it'll be kind of probably a limited basis. Same thing with like the maple whiskey.
Yeah, you got to be subscribed to get first dibs.
That's how we tell you, let you know that it's coming out there.
Yeah, so I got one here, a winner here, Charisse Angadi from South Beloit, Illinois. Thanks, Charisse, for being subscribed. She's been subscribed for about a month now. So,
hey, all right.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Send you a bottle of our spicy seasoning, so hopefully you enjoy that.
Warm me up a bit.
Warm me up a little bit, yeah. So,
put in your chili, put on your wings, eggs,
anything, pizza.
Popcorn. Yeah, can't go wrong.
Yeah. So again, we appreciate everybody who came out to Wisconsin Fishing Expo. Next one, we're going to be the big one. We're going to be at the Milwaukee Sports Show, and then we kind of, you can always find us at burnpitbbq.com. You can find us on YouTube. Go over to Burn Pit BBQ on YouTube. That's where we're starting to put recipes, so videotaping them. But yeah, subscribe to the newsletter. We'll send you recipes and tips every week.
Yeah, please, and if you have any recipes or anything that you guys are trying, like again, we always. That's where we get a lot of inspiration from, and we love to try new stuff. So,
and we're going to be talking about barbecue fails next week. So if you've got any fails you'd like to share with us,
so be ready for an extended episode.
To be a two-parter. But no, if you got any stories that you'd like to share with us, maybe we'll pick the worst one and like.
Oh man, that'd be great. Share it. Like, we won't say your name or anything.
Oh no, unless you give us permission to. But if you got a bad cook and you want to send it our way and you want us to share it, we will do that. We'll talk about that next week, and we'll starting to get into St. Patty's Day. And I really enjoy this one, corned beef.
No, you do.
Yeah, a little so maybe we'll do kind of depending on what kind of stories we got. Like maybe we'll start leading into St. Patty's Day next week as well.
Good.
I know you like getting after the Guinness and the hard stuff there. So
the hard stuff.
Yep.
But Irish whiskey.
And your coffee.
Whoa, that's a daily.
All right, man. Well, good episode. Appreciate you bringing the book and sharing some of those myths. So hopefully you got some good stuff out of it. I know I got some stuff out of it. So, all right, man. Well, we'll talk to you next week.
All right, take it easy.
Cheers.